Have you ever fallen asleep on an airplane without good mechanical support for your head and you do the head bobble thing? It's super funny to watch when that happens to people. And when it happens to you, you have to start the whole cycle over again to fall back asleep. And some part of your nervous system knows that you can't fully let go. The same thing can happen in seated meditation and breath work or supine yoga nidra, any kind of deep restorative practice where you're wanting the nervous system to feel safe enough to let go, to let the parasympathetic healing branch of the autonomic system do its magic. But it cannot do its magic if you have not honored good mechanics in these positions. And that requires really respecting signals from your body that you are not supported or holding some area is still working to hold you up. Now, if you have chronic stress loads and high sympathetic tone in your nervous system, it's really normal to suck it up and not ask for help, and maybe not to even be aware of what those signals feel like or mean. So this can look like trying to do a seated practice where the hips are really tight and you're not even aware that you're holding them. And then in classes like this, sometimes I'll come around and offer yoga blocks or bolsters to let the knees relax into something with support. And people will say like, no, I'm good. I'm total, I got it. I'm meditating, don't interrupt me. But there's no real meditative state happening, no parasympathetic takeover happening to repair the system, because we are not made up of single parts. If the adductors are tight, if the low back is not comfortable, the whole nervous system listens to that and will hold on to some sympathetic tension, will not allow you to benefit as deeply from your practice. So in Yoga Nidra, a lot of times when people start down this path of relaxation and the guidance is to have the arms and legs open and equidistant, subconsciously, if you have high chronic stress or anxiety in your system, you will likely start to guard. The ankles will subconsciously cross. People will fold their hands across their chest. It's going to sound like, what's the big deal? But what's happening there is that guarding pattern isn't allowing as deep of a reset. And it's also potentially going to give you the head bobble thing. I've seen it with the hands like this, where someone's starting to relax into a nidra practice, and then they drop into the hypnagogic state where you're not conscious fully and you're not sleeping fully. And so the fingers start to relax, and then the elbows might touch the ground, or the fall reflex kicks in, and they have to catch to maintain this position every time they start to release. And it's so subconscious. So I invite you to listen to your body. It's the best teacher in the room. If you have something like a shoulder injury and it's not comfortable to lay flat on the floor, put a little towel roll or an eye pillow under there, bolster under the knees. It's so simple sounding, but this is a huge obstacle for so many people that really need these practices the most, that I want to encourage you to give yourself the support